Hello, you're listening to the Career Changemaker podcast. Having the courage to leave a career that you have worked hard to build and try something else can be tough. So in each episode, we dive into key career change strategies so that you have a clear understanding of what is required to transition into a new role or a new industry without feeling like you have to start at the bottom or have to take a massive pay cut. Because ain't nobody got time for that. If you are ready for frank and honest discussions about how to become a career change maker, keep listening. I'm your host, lawyer turned career strategist and executive coach, Janine Esbrand. Hello, and welcome to the show. I'm excited about this episode. It also feels slightly bittersweet because this is the last time I'm going to be talking about the Career Changemaker program and how it can help you. The enrollment for the program, the September cohort, ends on Friday, and the enrollment for the program in general ends on Friday because this is the last time that we're running the program. So what I wanted to do was have this episode really dig into the ins and outs of the program so that you can know whether or not it's for you, so that you can make an informed decision about whether or not it's something that you want to do or you need to do. And even after I go through these FAQs, if you still have a question mark in your mind, I encourage you to book a call with me, careerchangemakers.com/call, so that we can have a fitting call and have a conversation and really dig into whether or not it is the right fit for you and whether you're the right fit for the program. I don't want there to be any question marks. I don't want you to wonder, because I want to make sure that every single woman who's supposed to be in this cohort is in this cohort. And we're going out with a bang, and I want you to be there if it's the right next thing for you. And just to say, I'm definitely not that person who's going to get you on a call and pressure you to join this program if it's not the right fit for you. The goal is you make your next best step. Could be joining this program. That could also be you joining another program or you doing something else that's going to move you forward. But I want to make sure that you're moving forward. So let's have a conversation. But let me see if I can answer some of your FAQs right here on this episode. I'm going to start with giving you just an overview of the program, what is entailed or what the program consists of, and then talk a little bit about who it's suitable for and how you enroll in the program and any additional information that I think you need. So let's start with what is the Career Changemaker program. So this program is a 90-day career change accelerator that is designed for female professionals. It's designed to give you the playbook that you need to get the clarity about what your next move needs to look like and the strategy for you to make that next move, that next transition. There's too many women who coast in their careers and they keep moving higher and higher up the wrong ladder, right? The ladder that's not the right fit for them. Or worse, they're working hard and they're not getting recognized and they're not moving up any ladders and they're frustrated. Or they realize that this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. This is just not working for me and I need to figure out something else. So the program is here to break down how you figure out what the right move is for you and how you figure out how to make the transition. So many people are skilled in what it is that they do. They've had the training, they've got the experience, they understand how to execute in their role, but what they haven't had is guidance on how to manage their careers. So they spend all this time working really hard and advancing, but they're not actually managing their careers in parallel. And so you can find yourself in a position where you've been working really hard for years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and then you look up and you're like, hey, how did I get here? This isn't necessarily what I want to be doing, but I'm here and I feel stuck because I've built a life that relies on this salary. I've built a life that means that I'm committed to the path that I've set for myself. And so the goal of this program is to help you realize you have options. You absolutely have options. You don't have to keep doing what you've been doing if it's no longer serving you, if it's no longer fitting. You can have a new phase of your career. You don't have to just stick with what you decided to do way back when. So the program it's designed for the female professional, somebody who has just 7 years industry experience. It could be in a role, it could be in multiple roles, it could be in different industries. But one of the things we want to make sure that you're doing is being able to leverage your existing experience so that when you move, you can make a 5-figure salary increase. You can get so that when you move, you can get a 5-figure salary increase. In order for us to get you that, we need something to work with. So you have to have a bit of a body of work in terms of your career so far, so that we can leverage that experience as we're positioning you for the next thing. You also need to be committed to your development. A lot of the women that I work with have had coaching before, a lot of them haven't. But what is common is that people are taking steps to really grow and develop, whether that is reading books, whether that's doing courses, whether that is watching things on TikTok or YouTube University. They are committed to learning and implementing. And the reason that's important is as you come into this program, we got stuff to do, right? We're trying to move, we're trying to get you results. And so if you're not used to learning things and implementing, you're going to take a while to warm up, and you're not going to get into momentum or start moving with what you're learning as quickly. If you're used to applying things that you learn, then you're going to hit the ground running, right? So having that as a prerequisite is helpful. And then also you're in a space where you're just done. You're just done complaining. You're done being in a space where you're not happy with your career anymore, and you're committed to making a change. If you know that those repeated conversations with your best friend or your spouse where you're complaining about your work and what you do is something that you don't want to continue having, then you're ready to make a move. You have to have made that internal commitment that you want change in order for us to help you to get there. So next question I want to answer is, what does the program consist of? So this program is broken down in 3 core components. And it's the 3, I love an acronym. It's the 3 C's, or alliteration rather. But I love an acronym, or I love alliteration. The 3 C's, there's curriculum, there's coaching, and there's community. Curriculum, coaching, community. So the curriculum is broken down into 4 core phases plus a introductory mindset module. The phases are based on our data framework that you may or may not have heard about. So you start with defining what it is that you want unapologetically. Then you move into the A, which is align your existing experience to what it is that you want to move to. Then T is your transition plan, and then A is attract. So we start with a mindset module because a lot of this is mindset. Your ability to move away from what you're doing now to something else is going to be largely dependent on how you manage your mindset and what you allow yourself to believe, to pursue. And so we start with the mindset, and then you move into those core modules. You move through that curriculum at your own pace, even though we do have a checklist on a weekly basis that's going to help you to know what you should be focusing on or targeting. You can move through at your own pace. Then you have the coaching. So every single week, you have the opportunity to join a coaching call. That coaching call will take slightly different formats depending on the week. Sometimes it's going to be a Q&A call where you ask questions on the curriculum and what you've been learning and how you can implement it for yourself. Sometimes it's a mindset call where we get on and we help you to really focusing on the mindset challenges that are holding you back. And sometimes it's a role play call where we take what we're working on in the curriculum and we practice. So whether that is networking conversations, whether that's interview prep, whether that's like practicing like managing your mindset, we do role play so that when you're having conversations with other people that could potentially be opportunity related conversations, you're not doing it for the first time with other people. You're doing it in a safe space with those in the community, with the coaches in the program. And so the role play calls can be super, super valuable for people. As I said, when you join the program, you'll get a weekly checklist, so you'll know what you need to do, what calls you need to attend, so that you can continue to move forward. If you set aside 2 to 3 hours a week to both attend calls and complete exercises, you'll make good progress inside of the program. Obviously, with anything, what you put in will dictate what you get out. So if you're committed to doing this, then carving out time in your calendar each week for the program is gonna serve you well. The content that you access in terms of the curriculum is housed in our members only community. So everything's all in one place. We use a platform called Circles. It's really easy to navigate. You'll find the curriculum on there. You'll find the community there. That this is a place where we will check in with you on a weekly basis. We will give you the opportunity to ask questions. You'll get coaching on a one-to-one basis inside of that portal. You'll also be able to book your one-to-one calls with your coach. You can do everything inside of Circle. It makes it super, super easy. And just on the one-to-one support, so the program is I would call it a hybrid program. You have weekly coaching, and then you also have one-to-one calls with a coach every single month. So that call's either going to be with myself or our associate coach, Jazz, who will be there to help you make sure that you are making progress and that you are dealing with anything that needs to be discussed or dealt with so that you can continue to make progress and move forward. It's also the place that you can ask questions that you might not feel as comfortable asking on the group calls. And inside of the portal, there's space for you to schedule those one-to-ones on a monthly basis. So that's kind of the overview of what the program consists of. Next question to ask is, or answer is, who is the program best suited for? So women who are in the mid-level of their career and they're deciding what they want to do next. Are they doubling down and really going for that leadership position here in this role, in this industry, or is it time for them to do something else? If you're seeking a change, if you know that what you're doing isn't what you want to do, this is a great place for you to be. If you are looking for clarity on how you can position yourself for what you know that you want, this is a great place for you to be. We've had clients from lots of different backgrounds and industries. Whilst I attract a lot of lawyers because of my background as a lawyer, we've also had people from different industries, so finance, consulting, government roles. We've had people who are in like video production. We've had florists. We've had a range. We've had a real range of people. So I wouldn't count yourself out. If you look at some of our case studies and you look at some of the posts that I do and you see like, oh, she works with a lot of lawyers. Yes, I do. But we also work with other people. We work with educators. We've worked with so many different types of people. So ask the question rather than just assume. But the common thread is that people have invested a lot of time and energy in their career so far, and then they're trying to figure out where they take things next. What can you expect in terms of outcomes of the program? So the key outcomes are, firstly, clarity, like you being very clear on what is right for you specifically, not the shoulds, not what you should want given your background and where you are and your age and all of that, but like what is right for you next. Inside of the program, we spend a lot of time in phase 1 helping you to clarify what your vision is, what your unapologetic vision is, based on who you are as a person, based on your strengths, based on your interests, based on your motivations, like who are you and what is it that you want to do. You'll go through a DISC assessment in phase 1 of the program where you will answer some questions and it will produce a report for you, and then you get a debrief on that report where we help you to see who you are and what types of things you need to be looking out for or you need to be intentional about when it comes to your next role, so that you're picking a role that's aligned to who you are naturally. And when you do that, when there's that alignment, you're more likely to feel way more fulfilled in the role than you have been. And oftentimes when people go through this piece and they get their debrief report back, they're like, oh, this is why I've been so unhappy, or this is why I can't get on with my boss, or this is why, because they get a new level of awareness about themselves as an individual and as a professional that they didn't have before. And so you'll get that clarity. You'll also be clear on the action steps that you need to take, like the right things in the right order. So often people spend so much time spinning their wheels, doing the things that they feel is the right thing, but actually aren't getting them results. So for example, sending out lots of applications for a role when you haven't fully clarified what it is that you're looking for. So I've heard of people sending like 50 job applications and not hearing anything. And it's like, what's the point? Let's take a more targeted approach. Less is more when it comes to this. Like we might send less than a handful of applications and get interviews rather than scattergun approach. And so our goal for you is to have an actionable plan. You know what you need to be doing in what order. And that gives you confidence. You digging into who you are, what's important to you, gaining clarity on your next move, and then knowing what you need to do will give you confidence around making this shift and making the transition. We did a whole last episode If you want to hear some success stories and you haven't listened to last week's episode, go and check it out, because I shared a few of our client stories where they went through the program. I shared where they were before and like where they are now, and what the transformation was. So I recommend you go listen to that. You can also head to our website and have a look at success stories, so you can watch some of the case study videos that we've done with past clients as well. But this program really is about supporting you now, but supporting you in a way that you can refer back to this stuff again and again and again. We've had clients who we worked with years ago that have revisited their notes and reapplied what they learned when they have new transitions on the horizon, and it's helped them to continue to grow, continue to negotiate salaries, continue to make pivots when they've wanted to make pivots. And then the other question I want to answer is, what if unsure about my career direction? Yes, if you're unsure, let's go. The first phase of the program is dedicated to clarity. There's a number of exercises, there's a number of different ways that we're going to have you think and approach things so that you can get the clarity. So if you know what it is that you want to do next, then you can kind of not skip over phase one, but you're going to move through phase one a lot quicker. But even then, sometimes I find that when people say that they know what they want, when they go through the program, sometimes they decide actually what they thought they want isn't what they want, or they go through the program and they have a new level of clarity around what they want, and they're able to get even more specific, which makes their job search more targeted. So if you're unsure about your directions, the program's still going to be super helpful for you. You're just going to spend a little bit more time on phase one, and then we can help you as you get that clarity, and the coaching can help you to tease out exactly what it is you want to do. Okay, so that's the ins and outs of the program. Hopefully that is helpful for you. I'm going to share a bit about enrollment, how it works, what the investment of the program is. So how do you enroll? So the process of enrollment, you can either head to the sales page that I will link in the show notes of this episode, which just gives you an overview of the program, and you can go ahead and enroll. Or you can book a call with me. So if you're unsure, you're on the fence, then you can head over to careerchangemakers.com/call, and then you can book a fitting call. And on that fitting call, I can answer your questions. And then if you're ready to go, I can get you enrolled whilst we're there on the call. Next question, what is the investment for the program, and are there payment plans? Yes, so the investment for the program in pounds, GBP, is 2,500 pay in full, or 5 payments of 550. So that's 2,500 pay in full, or 5 payments of 550. I want to encourage you to really think about ROI and this as an investment, because if we think about the clients that have come through the program and have been able to secure a 5-figure salary increase, they've all made a significant return on their investment. So client who was able to secure a 10K salary increase made a 4x return on their 2,500 investment, right? Client that's been able to secure a 20K increase, or a 30K increase, or even a 45K increase, like the return on the investment is significant. And so if you think about the fact that what you're learning in this 12 weeks is not just for the 12 weeks, this is something you're going to apply to your career time and time again, then that 2,500 doesn't seem as big. Mary, for example, she came through the program and initially negotiated, I think it was around 20K salary increase. And then 18 months later, she decided to make another move because the role kind of changed and morphed and she wasn't as happy as she thought she was going to be. And when she made that next move, she was able to negotiate another salary increase, like a 13K salary increase. And so over the course of 2 years, she was able to secure 33K in salary increases based on reapplying what it is that she learned from the coaching. And if you think about the fact that most people's salaries only increase by like 2 to 3% every year, making a jump of 33K is significant. And so inside the program, we're teaching you not only the clarity piece and the strategy, but also how to manage the interview process and the negotiation process. So we don't want you to leave any money on the table. Like my goal is for you to not leave any money on the table. And so helping you in negotiation and understanding how you should be positioning yourself, how you have those conversations, how you lead those conversations is all part of the process, is all part of what you're going to get inside of the program. Is there a refund policy? So with this program, I want to de-risk it as much as possible because, as I said before, I know some people haven't experienced coaching. So it's kind of like, yeah, I can hear what you're saying, but I don't know if it's actually going to be the right fit for me. So what we do in the Career Changemaker program is we offer a 14-day money-back guarantee, which means if you join the program and you show up, like you come to the coaching calls, you've accessed the curriculum, and after 2 weeks, you're like, yeah, this isn't really for me, then we offer a money back guarantee so you can get your money back. So for me, I offer this. It's never really been taken up because once people come in the program, they're like, yes, this is definitely what I need. But I do recognize that for some people, it feels risky. And so to minimize the risk, we offer that. So the next question is there ongoing support after completing the program? Yes. So once you finish the 12 weeks inside the program, you're going to remain inside of the community. And in the community, you can still ask questions, you can still submit and get feedback on conversations, on your pitch document, on your LinkedIn profile and all of that. Because I recognize that for some people, completing this and landing the role within the 90 days can be challenging. For some people it works. We've had people that have landed their new role very quickly. Those typically are people who have more of an idea of what they want to do. But then we have others who will land a role within 4 months or within 6 months. And so having that continued support inside of the community means that you can still ask questions and you'll get text-based coaching or text-based feedback from myself or our other coach after the 12 weeks finishes. And I'm a master connector. So if you are looking for an opportunity and I know somebody who either was in the program before or somebody else that I can connect you with, we continue to connect alumni after they've gone through the program. What else is there to mention? Oh, the question that comes up often is, will you get support with your CV and cover letter and LinkedIn profile? Yes, absolutely yes. So we have a section inside of the community where you can get reviews on your document. So you can submit to get a review and feedback. So if you've updated your CV, you've updated your resume, you have updated your cover letter, or you're working on your LinkedIn profile, you would submit it inside of the community and then we will have a look at it and turn it around within 3 business days. And the goal is for us to critique it for you, tell you what's working, what's not. Often we'll record like a video that will walk you through the changes that we've made and how you can improve the document so that you can review that whilst you're going through. So sometimes people ask, do I need to get a CV writer? Do I need to hire someone to update my CV? My answer to that is no. If you go through this program and you do the work to understand what it is that you're supposed to be doing and the order in which you're supposed to do it, you get the support with the actual implementation piece too and the update. So everything that you need essentially to make this transition, you will find inside of the program. If you still have questions about the program and whether this is the right fit for you, then you can either book a fitting call with me, careerchangemakers.com/call, or you can join us. I'm running a masterclass on Thursday, the 5th of September, and I'm just going to be walking through our whole framework and how we approach career change. And then at the end, I'm going to open the floor for Q&A for anyone who's interested in the program. So if you want to ask questions on that call, you also can. So if you head to careerchangemakers.com/masterclass, then you can sign up for the masterclass. All right, so that's everything I've shared. This program has absolutely been a labor of love. Like, I've so enjoyed building out this program, serving people inside this program, and I'm excited about closing it all off with a bang and would love to have you inside of this cohort if it's the right fit. And even if you don't join this cohort, I just want to encourage you to keep moving towards your career goals, embrace the new vision that you have for your career, allow yourself to dream big, allow yourself to move in different directions and recognize that you don't have to stay where you are if it's no longer serving you. All right, that's all I have for you this week. I look forward to hearing from some of you. I look forward to serving you inside of the program. And if you have questions at all, please reach out, book a call, or come along to the masterclass. Until next time, look after yourself and keep moving towards your career goals. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to subscribe to the show so that you don't miss any future episodes. Also, I would love to know what your biggest takeaway has been from today's episode. Come over and join us in our Career Changemakers community over on LinkedIn so that you can join the conversation there. Head over to lightbotscoaching.com/community and it will take you right to the group.